pass is incomplete, trying for an oh-by-the-way touchdown, but it's no good. Time expired. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
seeing? A spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Coming out with it, it's Newton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the front.
A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Trying to get the corner. And some room to work. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Here's a hit. Hit as he throws. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
To throw, it's Aguilar. Blasted as he lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell over.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the ground with the back. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses and some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
Give to the running back. Runs through a tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. At the 30.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
To start for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. Kearney on the juice. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Quarterback may change this route. With the run on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it out. It's Newton. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's chased out of bounds, but man, does that return set them up with spectacular field position at the +46. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.
Here we go. Do the show. Right.
Out of the gun, they give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Number 32 on to kick it away.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Pulls it in, it's Staley. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both. He's loose. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Got it behind the line. It's Lewis. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Safe completion on the screen. There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Vols getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Turning it on. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols. The extra point here would tie the game.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds and complete. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, Dave.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Trying to get it to the marker. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Russell. Makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Bernard. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, you keep this lead, keep the momentum, keep putting up numbers.
And they take another look at the play. The officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to LSU. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Now improvising. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Here comes the heat. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking for a man, it's Aguilar. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Staley. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Volunteers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the 1st half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the 2nd half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory. He might have a question or two to answer about that decision. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit, they were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Vols will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Russell. Makes the grab, it's Hale. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
But how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Hunt is on its way. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Cuevas. At the 45 on its way. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. They'll give it to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Now they'll run it on the toss. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, your running back, he gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Dropping back, it's Russell. Trying to set up the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Offense facing 4th down.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 21 to LSU. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. Firing to the right, complete. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field. We saw that right there.
Good blocking, good running, pick up at 6 out to the 30. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Got a man. It's Lewis. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting into the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progressions, and you're obviously going to attack down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it instead of taking a sack.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
It's 1st down from the 11. Looking for a man. It's Russell. It's complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Newton. He was looking for some running room, but not. Much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. And it's his fourth interception of the game. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and get...
It's a seam lock. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Making side adjustments here. Back to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. The give is to Miller. Strong, firm tackle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to LSU. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pressure coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Looking left. And they almost had a situation when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On fourth down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
He's got it inside the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
It is perfect. That'll pull them back to within 6.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Scanning the field, it's Aguilar. Fires left. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation, it's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive.
Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He wants a big play here late. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. So Alabama once again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols and the Crimson Tide, and the party in Tuscaloosa will last well into the night. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Makes the quick grab. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and you never complain.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field. But how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He wants to go deep. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. The tag. Touchdown, Bama. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
What a great play. He gets the pick six, but that started with pressure on the quarterback. Getting in his lap, hitting him while he's throwing the football. The ball is off target. The defense makes the play and takes it all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Lost a throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, a lot of space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Punch it out of the air. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that crow route.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Manning. Zings it complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Extra point here will tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a first down here to open the period. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Pulls it, fired, complete. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Williams. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Longhorns! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Simpson. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. This quarterback part of their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
3rd down and 2. 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Bernard. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Got it in the middle. It's Horton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Gets it to the back. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. A little screen to the running back. They'll immediately call timeout. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Manning. They'll run the screen. There he goes. They stripped it out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To the air on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Well, look at this. 4th down and a mile and a half, and the offense is still on the field. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Miller with the ball. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. Oh, they're after him. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
That is